Trading is risky. Use capital you can afford to lose or don't trade. And if you cannot be profitable on a simulator, then why in the world would you start to use real money first? Get an education. That's what rooms like ours are about. There are a lot of good ones out there. And try to find one that you can resonate with. And a reminder that we are trying to help traders learn how to trade. And we think you should be doing that slowly, learning how markets move before you throw your money away. Understand it's risk capital that you need to be able to afford to lose. E for marketwizards.com and eminywizard.com. Okay, we had said before, as a follow-up to that last video, that we think you need to be done by 18s. And we were going to consider this 15 as support. So for now, anybody is playing whack-a-mole. We've had this rotation. We've had a Z pattern again. And now we can say, well, I guess the primary trade is long side now, because this has also got a great swing. Did not have the benefit, though, of the half gap and gap trade, but this is a very good defense from the 18 zone to try to push up. So anybody that wants to short, we've said today, use 35 to 38 as our next resistance zone. And if you're playing short side, think about this as a scalp against today's trend, which has been whack-a-mole, higher highs, higher lows. Until that 12 goes, you got to think about that as our support. And now the squeeze pivot we're going to think of is right here. Okay, until that breaks, that is our controlling pivot. And then obviously there's 23 out of that, which would represent the day's open range. And I've suggested 2 a day. Don't think about a big plunge, and I didn't think we would get a big bounce either. I think we can play whack-a-mole, but take one last look at the rain line where it was a really big clue. Okay, and here's our 5 RTH chart. We had that double top, sink down, hits the rain line, make sure you're paid. Make sure you're paid by the blue line. That's the gap trades. And then we get the sinker, sits here, and then it bounces. We come back up to that 28th and come back, and we hold, obviously, the open area. And now we're double top testing, but we're also testing a third time through trade where the market will try to get 1, 2, 3. So sometimes we'll get some bleed back and then it'll go again because this is trying to inch its way and bump here. And sometimes you'll wind up needing more time. It'll eventually take that out, and this you'll count as just too close time-wise. So you'll count this as like a double top. So that's why you want to make sure you're paid if you're trying long side, and why shorts theoretically you can try, but I'm not thinking this is going to produce a big trade backwards. I think we caught a few shorts down here, and I think they can be squeezed a bit. And truthfully, this is our squeeze pivot, but this is the important one for now because this is going to hold traders captive or not. Much more neutral if we come back and take that out. So for now, I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to the longs that we're doing a little bear flag, trying to get a little bit higher. But I still don't think it's going to be a killer upside. Fairly range bound. One of the things that I don't like about a killer upside is how the NQ has really come backwards in the pipe, undermined that doji bar, and has bounced back to retest it. But that seems to be lagging. And I think Apple is probably hurt, among others. Keep in mind that first area's got to be about 175 to 02 based on Apple. Just bring that over. So typically you've got to get to the first box and then the second box. So this is clearly going to be first resistance right here till broken. And then if you get up above that, then the next box is in play. And that's Apple. Got a few traders trapped. Had a sequence long side that's exceeded the short side. So far, the primary trade is up. And that is making higher highs, higher lows when we consider the overnight range. So far, this is whack-a-mole because we're making higher highs, higher lows. Don't overthink things, and certainly don't overtrade. These are still bounces against the big downtrend from Friday. And I still think we're going to run into some resistance as we bounce. This was our 30-minute Globex. We talked about the importance of this 15 support basis this chart. Whack-a-mole is all we know. Take something out of the swings if you can, and do not overtrade today. Elections tomorrow, I think, will be pivotal. I think we'll get some movement then.